What you're seeing is a very tired electric interurban railway. By the late 1970s, the Chicago, South Shore, and South Bend Railroad was living out the last years as a stepchild of the Chesapeake and Ohio Railway. The C&O had purchased the South Shore in 1965 as a bridge route for its freight business. A decade later, the drain on revenues from extensive passenger operations was taking its toll on the 91-mile railway running from downtown Chicago to South Bend, Indiana. Born shortly after the dawn of the 20th century, the South Shore had been the sturdiest of Samuel Insull's network of Midwestern electric interurban railways, and it managed to survive on that strength when all the others faded away. By 1976, the paint on the cars was chipped and frayed, and the many stations were becoming, well, a little run down. Despite this, the South Shore rolled on in the hands of its capable employees. Join with us as we look at the 1976-1980 era South Shore through the movie camera lens of Roger Koenig. The action steps right off with an eastbound coach train of the orange 1929 steel cars rounding Hanson's or Ford City curve on the downgrade to the Hegewisch stop over the Norfolk and Western, Erie, Lackawanna, and Nickel Plate. With the two-car train headed for Indiana, a westbound single car out of Hegewisch, Illinois climbs the embankment on a dark winter's day. This combine shows the result of a rebuilding during World War II in which the cars were lengthened and the old narrow windows were replaced with wide ones. This was not done to the entire fleet. Roger paces a westbound unit on a very cold day near 130th Street. The South Shore operated freight trains, many of them pulled by three massive 273-ton electric locomotives acquired from General Electric in 1949. They were nicknamed Little Joes after then Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin, as a result of being part of an order of 20 units built for the Soviet Union that was canceled when the Cold War started heating up. Burnham Yard, just south of Hegewisch on the Illinois state line, finds Little Joe number 802 on a caboose hop to Michigan City after dropping its train. The Hammond Station, just east of the Illinois-Indiana state line, hosts a brief stop by a westbound South Shore train consisting of a single wide-window combine. Number 801 comes past the waiting train. Powerful electric shoves the cut of cars back into the yard. With the cut out of the way, number 801 heads east with its caboose, bound for Michigan City. An eastbound two-car train rounds the curve. Traffic on the parallel Indiana toll road can be seen as Roger shoots out between the coaches while riding an excursion train to South Bend with the Blackhawk chapter of the National Railway Historical Society. Inside the car, the crew and passengers prepare for a station stop. The coach rolls along. Northern Indiana in the late 1970s had stretches of rural countryside. The 1929 coaches make all the right noises. Hammond comes in for more train action as a westbound stops for passengers. The roof at the rear of the coach is heavily weathered. With its work finished, the locomotive heads east light to Gary, Indiana. A westbound passenger train heads through Burnham Yard. An eastbound rolls through Burnham. Two decades earlier, the South Shore had not been the only electric interurban railway serving Chicago. Until its passenger trains stopped running in 1957, the Chicago, Aurora, and Elgin Railroad had cut through the western suburbs. To the north, the Chicago, North Shore, and Milwaukee Railroad ran high-speed trains until 1963. Today, both are gone, but their memories, and some of their equipment, roll on at the East Troy Electric Railroad in Wisconsin. North Shore car number 763 was doing the honors when Roger visited the museum on August 27, 1980. A South Shore train picks up passengers before heading south and east. Kensington, an eastbound South Shore train clears the junction and picks up speed.